trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork, fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
51 to Mike, boys. 51.
Now a 2nd down throw for Finley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, 50. Ready?
On 3rd down, Finley. And he's going to go down again. Mark Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Finley now on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it'll be third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Finley from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Taylor now returning it. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. King. Watch the ship.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A big play there for the Bengals. 65 yards on the ground. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity that they let slip through their hands.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Here's the 6th-round pick from Oklahoma, Rodney Anderson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
15 line. 6-yard line. Not today. Check. You draw quarter. Hey, team 6. Now.
To throw is Finley. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mark Barrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Finley to throw it this time. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, exit. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Mark 50, mark 50, mark 50. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Baker Mayfield, in all likelihood, is going to be seeing a lot of these Cincinnati Bengals in the coming years, twice a season. And he got off to a great start last year as a rookie against Cincinnati. 7 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and 2 wins. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On 1st and 10, Finley going deep, and that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Mike 55, Mike. Run. Ricky.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, Mayfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. It was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What's the curl? Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Okay. Hurry.
Here's Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Watch that. Hey, alert 3. Check. Slam. Hatchet. Hey, lock it. Deep river.
Now Joe Mixon. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
From the gun, Finley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mark Barrett. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. To return is Taylor. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A first scoring update now from Carolina. The gap's getting wider there. The Saints have scored again. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A run for Nick Chubb. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Good. 180. 15. Check back 15.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Check 3.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready. 8-3. Hey, Wahoo. Hey.
Finley now from the 50. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Finley. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, they just got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant. Let's see what you got. Hey, 50 the mic. Hey, foxtrot. Tackle. Dude.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Open man is born. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, high 7. Mike 50. Get your swerve on. Yeah.
Finley setting up on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Down.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch that in. Tight end's right.
Finley to throw it. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ten Lobo. Oh, here we go. Oh, Mike's 50. Army.
Operating in the red zone now, Finley. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Bullock good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
18 Gators. You better bring it. I'm letting you know to go.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Finley. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
1st down, Finley. Got a man open. It's Ross. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 yards. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Browns first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And shedding through the tackle. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
180. Check 4. Pistol.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Bullet good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Mike. 180. 55, Mike. So don't say nothing.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down, Cleveland.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
On 1st down, Hilliard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Chubb down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today.
They really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mark Barron in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, echo.
Finley here, 3rd and long. Airing one out for Boyd. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 62 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Finley now, a big spot in his rookie year. Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the fourth quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Ready?
And again, it's Chubb. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood! Stop your body. Minus 57, 57's run. Hey, hurry! I got you.
To throw, Mayfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Let's get this.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
The tackle made by
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Joker, 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 Joker. Jay, Delta. 80 weapon. 50, Mike 50. Ready?
Again, it's Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha. Yo, Cheetah, Cheetah. 50's the mark. Big grip, big grip.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is up to 8. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,